There is no greeting card you can give me that is as meaningful as a handwritten one. Like, you could find the funniest card on the rack and write a little happy birthday, Jeffrey, or whatever, and you could even include a check for $1,000, and I would never value it as much as someone who writes a very specific note of love and appreciation on like a blank note card. Listen, lots of people just like a card on a birthday or anniversary or whatever, and they don't care if it's an over-the-counter number or some real bespoke shit, and that's cool, but I personally really fucking love a personal note. Something more than just a Hallmark card with a pre-written sentiment or joke. And listen, I think some store-bought cards are lovely and well-made, and you just might not be that good at or comfortable with expressing yourself through the written word. But I really like reading your feelings in your voice. By extension, if you're going to give me an 80s slasher sequel with a lot of practical effects and blood splatter and titties, I'd much rather you put your own spin on it rather than just grab any old bag of tropes off the shelf. Maybe your slasher flick doesn't really make much sense. Maybe you're not great at plot mechanics or pacing or even giving your viewers a sense of why anything is happening or how. But the formulaic slasher could never express your love for me the way you can. The standard slasher would never have rockabilly musical numbers. It would never have full-on girl band choreography. It would never have an inexplicable dead bird that probably ties into the original film, but maybe not. The over-the-counter slasher wouldn't get confused as to what a Southern California accent sounds like. I love the Slumber Party Massacre 2 you gave me. It is precious, it is sweet, and it's your voice. I will cherish it forever. I've already put it up on my fridge. Hi, Cecil.
Hi, Jeffrey.
What's on your fridge right now?
What's on my fridge? I have a lot of magnets on my fridge.
Same.
Yeah, quite a few. I have a postcard from a dear friend of mine that has a very stern, I think, Italian grandmother reading a letter.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a piece of art that my friend's child made for me. So I do have children's art on my fridge. Oh,
Is it
and
ominous and creepy? Does it show like a looming demon figure in the
it's just
background?
like just the faces are just scratched out. No, it's very cute. Very cute. And the passport picture of my boyfriend.
Oh, that's nice. That's
Yeah.
very sweet. Yeah, I think I right now just have magnets up. I don't think I have any cards or anything like personal up
Oh,
on my
and
fridge
like
right now.
at least three different bottle openers.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that makes total sense. Yeah, I have a New York Liberty Ellie the elephant mascot
Oh, yes.
magnet
Quality.
up. I found a when I was in Coney Island a while back at their there's a little gift shop there, and they had magnets, and they had one that was it was the poster Carter Beats the Devil, but which was the cover of
Ooh.
our friend Glenn
Yeah.
David Gold's
Hmm.
novel. And yeah, so I have that up, and then just various other little magnets I found along the way. But yeah, maybe I'll get some cards soon and I'll put those up.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I love postcards, is because it's not only an expression, like
Hmm.
I'm thinking of you and I can only write it in like, a couple sentences, but it's also a piece of art that you
Hmm.
can then display later on in your life.
Yeah, absolutely. I love a fridge. That's the number one use of a fridge
That's
is
it.
the magnet door.
I just have to say, I found this is my stationery,
Oh.
like completely blank,
Hmm.
like for all my thank you note
Yeah,
writing.
it's so good. I love a personal note. I love it so much. It's always so nice. And I love a rockabilly semi-musical.
Hmm. Yes, starring the son of Little Caesar's empire.
Does it really? Is that who that
Yes,
is?
yes.
Does he play Matt or the slasher driller killer?
He plays the driller killer.
Okay.
And apparently he tried to have like a whole synth rock career that did not happen.
Well, he had this career.
Listen, you don't get the career you want. You get the career
Hmm.
you deserve.
Yeah. And he is, and honestly, I couldn't have done what he did in this movie.
No.
Very good. Very, very committed and fun. Fun is always gonna be followed with a question mark in the way we talk about this movie.
Manic?
Manic, but not but
not
not
scary.
unenjoyable. It's enjoyable always follows
Yes.
with a period or an exclamation point about this movie.
You know, the thing about a horror musical is that it's hard to make it scary when there's like an upbeat Go-Go's-esque soundtrack
Yeah.
happening underneath and
Yes.
sometimes layered into the film itself.
Yeah. I, the one thing by the end of the movie, my one overarching question for this film is, what is your point of view? You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
there's a, and not that your point of view has to be like crystal clear, rock solid, easily summarized into a log line.
Sure.
But I was thinking about like Dr. Caligari is a
Yes.
movie we watched recently that is bizarre. It's
Bonkers.
manic. It's bonkers. Plot wise, it doesn't make any sense at
But it
times,
has
but
a distinct style.
it has a very distinct style. It also has kind of a point of view about sexuality in it too. I mean,
Sure.
like number one, that's the first thing that comes to my mind
Oh
is
yeah.
the way in which we stifle our sexuality, the way in which we're
Hmm.
out of touch with it. And in this movie, I didn't have a sense as to why our killer is a rockabilly.
Hmm.
I didn't have a sense as to what he wanted. He kept saying, there was a line in it where he says something like, I'm you and you're me until we go all the way. And I'm like, what
Yes.
does that mean? Does she turn into you? Do you possess her? Anyways, a lot of that was unclear. And at the end, when I'm watching him sing his songs, and I'm like half between a smile and a
Uh-huh.
grimace, and
Uh-huh.
and and then he's like drilling this poor girl down, and I am just like, how? What should I be feeling right now? Because I don't know if this is funny, because it doesn't feel funny.
So you're telling me that you were watching this movie
Uh-huh. Slumber Party
and
Massacre 2.
Slumber Party Massacre 2 and literally saying, tell me more, tell me more. Did they get very far? Tell me more, tell me more. Did they escape in a car?
The answer to both is no. Nobody got very far in this
No,
movie.
they okay.
Oh no, oh
I
TJ
hear.
and Sheila definitely got very far in this movie. Uh,
Yes, yes. Yeah, oh, God, quite a few times.
quite a few times.
But I hear that. I hear all of that.
Yes.
I think it has a very distinct point of view.
Okay.
Okay, so I've never seen, and I don't think you've ever seen Slumber Party Massacre, the original,
Hmm.
but I did take the time to watch the preview just to like, just get up on what's going on,
Yeah.
and it definitely seems much more, there's a very natural killer, like escape mental patient, like tried and true killing away a la Jason Voorhees.
Yes.
Versus this is like your more fantastical killer that can literally bend space and time and
Hmm.
reality to his will, a la Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the difference, is like we're
Yes.
dealing in a much more like animated, elevated magic reality.
It definitely felt way more Elm Street than Friday the
Yes.
13th.
Yes.
Way more Elm Street because of the way in which he appears in dreams and the way in
Yeah.
which he is dreamlike in the reality. And there's a question as to whether or not anything is happening until it is. And even at the end, like it's like multiple wake ups from a dream sort of thing that,
I I wanted to know like what's the killer even real?
yeah,
I really was expecting it to be Courtney doing all this shit all along.
yes,
I thought she was the kill. I thought she was the killer, and she's like imagining herself in this girl bop Go-Go's musical number in order to deal with the reality of what happened to her when she was 12.
my impression of this by the end of the final shot of this movie is that she has been in a mental hospital since the first movie. And all of this,
Oh,
the entire film
oh, I like
was a
that.
dream.
Oh, I like that a lot.
The that's 1A theory. The 1B of that, like A or B of kind of a similar theory is that maybe she doesn't actually go away to Sheila's family's condo at the beginning when she's talking to her mom. Her mom's like, actually, no. It's like when she breaks the plate,
Yeah.
her mom at that moment in that conversation, like, goes full 180.
Yeah.
And I think maybe at that moment, the plate breaking is actually the moment in which the reality splits, that
breaks.
she actually ends up at the mental hospital because of all the crazy.
Okay, I think I
That's
like
a
1A
working
better.
theory.
I like
Yeah.
1A better than 1B.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can absolutely see that. Because I was like, oh, okay. Our introduction to this movie
Uh-huh.
is like I was a little concerned at first because it's a lot of quick cuts of like some, like like horror montage of creepy things and dead things and girls screaming and like empty hallways. And I was like, oh no, is this one of the, like, we've jumped to part two and we kind of should have seen part one. I don't think that's the case. But
Uh-uh.
it did kind of, I was like, oh no, have we missed out on something by watching the second before the first?
Yeah,
And just to
I
sort
don't
of
think we
recap,
I don't think we have,
I,
because it seems like it's just Courtney just is a survivor of the first movie.
yes. And I think it's like, okay, so the thing is, like, her sister, Valerie,
Uh-huh.
is in a mental institution because her sister was kind of the final girl of the first one. But Courtney was also there.
Yes.
And Courtney's just trying to, like, deal with life 4 years later,
Uh-huh.
5 years later, by not going to therapy and dreaming about boys.
Yes, which are always interrupted with the driller killer.
Yes. So anytime she has a sexy dream, she has these weird kind of psychic visions of that get increasingly more accurate as the film goes on.
It's fine. We don't need any help. We're
No,
good.
no.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
Mom is clearly dealing with this very well.
Yeah, so we yeah, mom is definitely focused on getting her mother from Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh my God, the accents, Jeffrey.
Her mother is very much into getting Courtney to go see some doctors, to go see some psychiatrists,
Is
and
she?
she's
She
like,
mentions it once, and she's like, "No, you don't want to go. Okay, here,
well,
eat more fruit."
it's funny because she brings it up it is a little confusing because she in the opening thing she is telling her about psychiatrists she's reading about. She's like very passively trying to get her to do it.
Yes.
She's not
Okay.
like on a
Fair.
warpath about it.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Um, and she seems somewhat reasonable in this, but she's not actively putting her daughter to it, you know? It's like, if you really are concerned about your daughter's health, like you really have to, she is literally a girl. She is in high school.
Yeah. Like
You
you have to
take
parent,
care of, you have to parent her. And her
especially when
mom,
your child like wakes up screaming every single night.
and her mom eventually is kind of like, oh, it is kind of normal just to dream about it from time to time.
You know what they say about dreams? They're terrible.
I love the more like exposition that Courtney is at the breakfast table. It's before school.
Mhm.
And so at the end of this conversation, instead of just grabbing her books and walking out the door, she has to run back upstairs to look at her scrapbook where she has kept a copy of the news article about the driller killer from the first movie. Just kind of touch it, and then she can go.
She's made a scrapbook. And she like lovingly goes, "Ah, I remember that. What a wild time that was."
On her way out, she just sees a dead pigeon, like not just dead, but like stabbed through.
Yeah, like shot with a bow and arrow. And it's also like a perfectly white dove. It's not a pigeon.
Yes, that's true. Yes.
Which is, she's like, "Oh no, that's weird. I dreamt about this last night."
Uh-huh.
Which I was like, "Oh, okay. So we're in some like like Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors kind of psychic
Hmm.
business here, which is why I'm like, yeah, this is not your average, psycho killer movie.
No.
And then the singing begins.
Amy picks her up, and we're singing along to the radio on the way to school.
Tokyo Convertible,
Uh huh.
I believe is the song.
Sure. Don't you remember
Okay.
that?
Yeah.
Growing up, that was my prom theme.
Yep. 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 Out of the songs in this movie, this is not my least favorite, but not my most favorite, I
No,
think. Yeah.
it's like my third favorite.
Yeah. It's like top three, though. It's
Yeah,
actually not bad.
yeah, which
But
is
it's
good.
just
Yeah, out of six
the
songs, that's pretty
out of
good.
six, yeah, yeah. Some of the lyrics in this movie are just inscrutable, Jeffrey.
They either don't make sense or they make so much sense that you just can't even process them. They're just so bland and whatever. And then sometimes they are a perfect koan to just like
That's
sit
it.
and
That's
meditate
it.
on.
Yeah.
Oh, Hot Matt pulls up next to them in
Oh,
his little
hot
convertible Mustang.
Matt, who she's
Hot
been
Matt.
dreaming about. Okay, now her friend, okay, who she's with, because listen, I'm gonna get these girls' names
This
all
is
kind of
Amy.
confused. Amy. Okay, so Amy is the nice one.
Yes.
Courtney is our final girl.
Mm-hmm.
And Courtney has a crush on Matt.
Yep.
And Matt is so cute with his
Yes.
little floppy hair
Uh-huh.
and ne'er a single stalk of body hair on his entire person.
No body hair, no body fat, no
No,
blemish, nothing.
no.
Nope.
But he's nice. He's a nice guy, which is kind of a like we do have our sort of like token horror movie douchebag,
Yeah.
but Matt is not it. Matt
No.
is like kind of the most lawful good
Yeah.
character ever to appear in a horror movie.
Yeah. You mentioned last week, just kind of like as a joke, like, because we're going into Slumber Party Massacre 2, right? Like
Uh-huh.
you sort of, with the title like that, you know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
And we got into almost exactly what we thought we would get into. There's a
Yes,
couple of
I think we did.
surprises,
I
but
think we did.
I pretty much got it. But I did ask the kind of like throwaway question of like, does it matter that a woman wrote and directed this movie? Because you
Yeah.
have Slumber Party Massacre, just the title alone suggests we're going to see titties.
Yeah.
We're going to see girls hitting each other with pillows.
Yeah. We're gonna see
And we're gonna
boys leering at them.
We're going to see boys spying on them. We get all of that in a
We
scene.
get all that.
And then we're also going to see just kind of the violence and sexploitation of this type of slasher, of like watching women get drilled up by a
Yeah.
killer, which we do get. Can it matter that a woman writes and directs it? And I think, I'm curious your thoughts on this, but I was just thinking like the thing about this is that it's so small. I'm not going to tell you this is a feminist film even by 20th century standards, but I will say that like I think the way in which Matt listens to her and the way in which TJ and Jeff are douchebags, they're douchebags in a way that's like these guys kind of suck, but they're not bad guys. They're just douchey,
They're immature.
Yeah, they're
They're not
immature.
mean. They're not. Well, I mean,
No.
like, even TJ's most mean-spirited, he kind of apologizes afterwards. Which, can you name a horror movie in which somebody does something douchey and then says, "I'm really sorry"?
Yeah. Also, the way in which Matt engages with Courtney for the short time we're going to have Matt, but
Yeah.
the way in which he like listens and responds and things like that, and that's just shit that like I think men weren't putting in their scripts at this time, and even now a lot of times. And I just think it's like modeling normal, good, emotionally sound human behavior.
I'll buy it.
Yeah. Also, the girls are in a fucking band. They're in a Bangles
Like
style
they're in
rock
their
band.
own band,
Yes.
and they're committed to that band.
Yes.
Like it's their own thing.
And they're good at it.
And
I mean,
their boyfriends are totally chill, just like appreciating their girlfriends for their slumber party band rehearsal weekends.
Yeah. I don't know if you have any other thoughts on that. I didn't want to belabor like this. I'm not trying to make this movie about like women power, girl boss.
No. I think it's it. I don't. I read a comment that was really interesting. I don't know how much validity there is to this. Reddit, like
Uh-huh.
So take it for what it is. But somebody floated the idea that at one point the idea of Matt, the same actor to play Matt and the driller killer,
Uh-huh.
as like the two sides of the of kind of like chaotic evil and lawful good,
Yes.
of like these two polarizing forces in Courtney's life. And I think that would have been fucking amazing.
That would have been really interesting. It would have given a totally different view on a lot of this film.
Yeah.
Reframed it in a different way. I like that you frame them as lawful good and chaotic evil, because that's very true about those two characters.
Yeah. Because
Because,
Matt is like good to almost good to a fault.
uh-huh.
Like he is so supportive of her, especially when she really starts breaking down.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's like, but it's also like, I want to do anything for you to make you feel better.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm dead. Okay,
Oh no, I'm
goodbye.
dead. Yeah. I think Matt's bad choice. I think the only choice that Matt makes, emotionally speaking, that I think is very immature and very stupid. Take the killer out of it, but he is clearly seeing this girl he's starting to date,
Hmm.
and believing her, or at least, he says the line, I believe she saw something. I believe
Yes.
she experienced something. It's not saying, hey, you guys, she's right. It's
Yeah.
not buying it
Yeah.
entirely, but it is
She
buying into
believes
the
she's right.
feeling. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so taking her reality as truth is so good and honest and real. But having sex with her
Hmm.
while she's going through this is a really, really bad idea.
I mean, he doesn't really get to finish though, to
He
be fair.
doesn't, but it's just beginning the
Like
process.
he doesn't even get to he gets to second base, and that's about it before he gets a drill.
Which is
down.
third base.
Okay, so yes, the third base is getting drilled
Getting
by
drilled through the back by a killer.
by the rockabilly Danny Zuko, who may or may not exist.
As a side note, way back years ago when I was working at Jacob's Pillow, we had my friends Adam and Jen, who you know both of them
Mhm.
well. We there was a summer intern from Finland, and we were all sitting around in like the pub at the Pillow after work one night, and somebody made a comment about getting to second base, and
Did you have to explain what the bases were to?
our
to
Finnish intern kind of like winced, and we were like, "Oh wait, do you not know what second base is?" She's like, "Well, yeah. I mean, it means like in the butt." And we were
Oh
like,
my.
"What's third base?"
Damn, what's a home run?
Yeah, we never found out, and I what I deduced was it may have been a confusion about the word base, that she wasn't, there was no
Like,
Finnish
first
baseball
base,
reference.
second,
It's just the first and the second.
milk, lemonade,
Yes, it was just that. And
around
I'm
the
like,
corner,
okay.
first base.
But I still think about
Second
what
base.
is Finnish third base?
What is third? What is a home run?
Yeah, what's a Finnish home run?
Anyway,
Okay,
Matt is adorable.
He
and
is
Matt
adorable.
is like, hey, I think you're cute too. I will totally come to your friend's garage and watch you all rehearse.
So cute. He like pulls up, sits on the hood of his car, and it's just like
Just happy to be there.
doe-eyed, like, oh my God, you're so
Pure
talented.
Labrador energy.
Yes. One of my favorite lines in this movie is like as the band breaks up at their like little garage concert at Amy's house. Amy's like, I'm gonna go get something. Does anybody want anything? And Sally is like, could you get me a slice? I'm like,
Yes.
oh, R.I.P. Slice.
Yes. Fucking Slice.
Which
They're drinking
became,
Slice and Perrier. Come on.
yeah, Sheila wants a Perrier.
Oh,
And it's so honest. Like, this isn't a retro 80s movie. This is an 80s movie. So the idea of just saying
Yes.
slice, I'm like, proof
it's what
that
was
real.
popular. Yeah. Yes.
Or did Slice become Sierra Mist, which then had to change its name because of the pre-existing Sierra Mist?
Did it? I don't know.
Okay, there's something. Well, everyone just go Wikipedia this. I'll do it after the thing. But I remember Sierra Mist had to change its name, but I think Sierra Mist had changed its name from Slice, and now they're Dribble. I forget the name of whatever the shit is. now.
Dribble?
No, it's not that.
Jeffrey, would you get me a can of Dribble? Could you make it a Dribble lemon?
I was up too
Dribble
late
grapefruit?
watching a cheesy 80s film last night. Um,
I actually like Dribble as a soda name. That's just me.
uh, I will drink Dribble, but it's got to have some like gin in it too.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
That's a good
gin and
answer. It's a
Dribble.
good
I'll have a
answer.
gin and drib.
Gin Dribble, like a Di Serono.
Di Serrano.
Um, okay, so what about this song? This song, not one of my favorites.
No, it's got
Like
it's
I can't
funny.
even tell you the
Mm-mm.
I can't even tell you the name of the song.
It's
It made it smooth brain.
it's very
Teflon right off.
Bangles. It feels very Bangles.
It's
Like
very
it's kind of
Bangles, very Go-Go's.
of that mid 80s girl pop band style. It's bright, it's
But
happy,
like,
it's about kind of nothing.
yeah,
It there's the thing I did kind of like about this song, and I'm not musically inclined enough to be able to kind of like repeat any of it to you. But
sure.
it's kind of got like a when you said this movie has like a manic vibe, a manic energy to it. The song has a manic energy without feeling like I don't mean manic as in crazy. I mean like it's not consistent. And I just want to look at the
Yes, I was
time
gonna say some
signature
of the
of this
like
song. Like, is it
some
the
of
same
the
beat?
some of the time, like the chord jumps are in like the weirdest places.
Yes. It
It's
doesn't
also like
have a
a
normal structure to it.
no. And also the backup, like, because Courtney's not a lead, she's not a lead singer. That is Sheila. Sheila's lead singer energy all the way.
100%.
Courtney's like a backup singer. I was like, there's some weirdness going on with this songwriting.
Uh-huh.
It's not terrible.
No, it's way better than any other high school band I feel like I've heard, high school garage band.
That's something that like, do high school bands still play prom? Is that a thing of the past? Like that's like dead and gone?
I think so. I gotta think there's so many more people using samples and computers to make their music rather than forming bands. I bet that still
Right.
exists, but I can't imagine that like
But they're not going to play the prom,
right.
in which you have this like girl group that are all high school students at their own high school that have like five original songs and then they do a bunch of covers and everybody is ecstatic over
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
I don't, is this a thing? Please tag us in the comments if you're a high school band that played your prom in the
Yes.
last 40 years.
Right. All right. So Courtney invites Matt to Sheila's dad's condo. He just got a condo in Palm Springs or wherever, uh,
Oh my God. Yeah.
for the weekend. And he's like, are her parents gonna be there? And Courtney's like, no. Oh, you bad,
No.
bad girl.
Bad girl. That must be another girl you're thinking about. No, I'm only thinking about you.
Mm.
Yeah.
This scene, Courtney is like selling this to her mom. And
Oh
this
my
is
God.
the mom is a character that like fits in the point of view question that I had about this movie because I'm like,
Sure.
I feel like this movie might be better off as a peanut style thing where with just the parents are really never there.
Yeah, they're
Or
so
actually,
distant.
Muppet Babies is a better reference. Like there's
Yes.
Nanny, but
Yes.
like
Yeah.
who lives in this fucking house? Uh,
Yeah.
and I think just having the mom there because it's just so passive because she's not evil mom.
No.
She's not a good mom, but
No.
she's not like, damn it, if you see those kids, if you're
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
sinning
yeah.
out in the desert. She's not like that.
Yes. She's not like Footloose mom.
No. But mom is just like, we're going to see your sister this weekend. Don't you want to see your sister?
She's like, it's my birthday. I don't
Oh,
want to
honey, I
spend my
forgot.
birthday in a mental institution. Oh, I forgot you're still alive.
I'm sorry, honey. I forgot it was your birthday.
Yikes.
And then she's like, you know, Court. I love this. This is a great, actually, a really good line for like a teen comedy sort of thing. When Courtney is like, and when she gets her mom to kind of say it's all right to go out there, she's like, oh yeah, and Sheila's parents are great. They're a little strict
A
though,
little strict.
but they're great. And I'm like, good lie, kid. Good lie.
Yeah. That's some good teenage judo.
Uh huh.
You're like, oh no, yeah, they're a little strict, but And mom's like, oh, well, of course, yes, okay, fine, all right. We can
Yes.
go see your, you know, traumatized, deranged sister another day.
Okay. We're getting more of her nightmares.
They're getting more specific.
Getting more specific, we're seeing like shots of the her and her friends already driving out to the desert. We're seeing
Yes,
shots of her and Matt in bed together.
yes,
But we're also starting to see we're also seeing shots of I guess her sister in the mental institution.
yes. And it's Valerie. This time it's Valerie being like, don't go all the way.
What I mean, okay. I know in 80s vernacular. Did you
Yes.
two go all the way? I
Yeah.
know what that means.
Yeah.
What does it mean in this movie?
I think it's like finish third base.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
I think in the, you know, in okay, so to go all the way means when two people love each other very much and they have
Okay.
sex.
Mm,
But then I think to the deranged driller killer, it's like I took it to mean uniting in death.
okay.
Like don't get killed by the driller killer. That's going all the way.
Yes. Okay.
I have to say, I
Mhm.
hated seeing the driller killer before he appeared. I did not like it.
No, because you suddenly get a kind of almost scare style shot of his face close up, and he's like, "Rock and roll
It's his
never
face.
dies."
You see Sheila or you see Courtney and then also sort of Valerie hiding under the bed from you know, like rockabilly black leather, you know, steel-toed shit kicker boots.
Uh huh.
And I think it kind of like I don't know, I kind of wish it was more of a surprise,
Yes.
you
Agreed.
know? As
The one.
opposed to like, well, I think we know what our killer's MO is. And then believe me, once we got him, I was like, well, see, now it's just oh, he's gonna sing about it? Okay, all right, I'm locked in.
I really was convinced this was going to be a full diegetic musical, meaning like
Uh-huh.
we were going to get lots of these
Yeah.
girls singing or lip
Mhm.
syncing or dancing and singing to the radio. But no, this is a musical. This
Oh,
movie
yes.
is a musical because the driller killer sings a non-diegetic song.
I mean, he looks at the camera and says, "Let's do it."
Uh-huh.
But
I
I didn't
yeah.
like being a, you know, kind of walking in, and I knew that like kind of some of the things going on in this movie, but I didn't like seeing him just
Yes.
yet. Like I think, and that's where like the mystique of Freddy Krueger is so great because Wes Craven doesn't kind of give you Freddy Krueger. Like he
Yeah.
teases him out over the
Yes.
course of the first movie, at least. Like you always see him far away, or he's kind of, you know, like deconstructed.
Yes. The killer there's like two things I've learned in doing this show for 5 years now is like the way in which we've watched these movies that there's a formula to this.
Sure.
You definitely can always start with like a cold open bloody murder if you
Yeah.
want. That's a thing you can do. But normally in these, the way you pace out your deaths, you have to like build up with some suspense, some near deaths, some jump scares that are maybe fake, some near misses, but it's right at the 50% mark. It's right at the
Yeah.
halfway
Yeah.
moment, somewhere plus or minus a few minutes. That's when it gets real. That's
Yeah.
when the horror has to get real. This movie, it's like the 70% mark before it gets, like, it's like the last 20 minutes
The
when
20
things get
minutes,
real.
like I think I paused it because I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like I need to I was the movie was losing me.
Yeah.
I
Which
started
is
texting my brother.
crazy
I
for an
started
hour and
texting
15
you.
minutes.
Yeah. And then I paused it and I was like, wait, okay, things are actually literally driller killer 11 o'clock number.
Hmm.
And it was like 17 minutes left in the movie. I was like, oh my God, I'm almost done with this film.
Yeah.
We've been through so much.
Yeah, it just is it does have a Roger Corman first draft best draft quality to it.
Sure.
Because he wasn't really about like the classic Hollywood refinements
No,
of a
he's like,
thing.
just get it filmed, put it in the can.
Yeah. Okay. Rockabilly road trip music. We're on our way out.
Yeah.
Um, Sally is reading a book of
Oh yeah.
erotica called Hot,
Wet,
Wet, and Wild.
hot, wet, and wild.
She's like, I found it under my brother's mattress. Uh,
See, female
yeah,
sexuality.
there it is.
They're like
There, yeah,
girls like doing it. Girls like reading about doing it.
yeah. I I like that her brother actually is hiding erotic stories
I
under his mattress
know.
rather than a magazine called Boob.
Yes, Boob magazine, classic. Will never go out of style. Boob magazine.
Like we saw in what the shit
The
movie did we?
Faculty.
The Faculty.
Yeah. He's, I mean, the 80s was a time of like sort of the dirty bookstore as well.
True, true. They stop at like a Vaughn's somewhere out there, and
Oh
they're
my
in the
God.
parking lot, and Courtney, Courtney is now hallucinating.
Yeah, she's
Like,
like daydream, like fugue state,
yeah,
like almost.
yeah.
Which
She
is why
like,
I was
yeah.
like, it'd be so much like this girl is not okay.
Mm-mm.
Is she so not okay that she has an entire split personality in which she is a leather clad driller killer, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I agree. I sort of wonder if that's a to go back to my read on this film is it was all a dream, but version two could be like what you're saying, which is, oh no, she driller killed all of these people
Yeah.
because of the voice in her head, which would make some sense of his line, "You are me and I am you,"
Yes. Yes.
and the
And the whole let's go, like, don't go all the way is like, don't reunite, like, don't,
don't become him.
yeah, don't become him, or even don't look at yourself.
Yeah.
Like, don't look behind the door because you're not going to like what you see, which is you were doing this the whole time.
Yes. That actually makes more logical sense, I think, because that makes sense of that
Logic.
line. He
Ugh.
says with a sneer. Hold on 2 seconds. Let me. Damn it! I hate the. Hold on. I forgot to pull up the Wikipedia page for this, and I'm now curious about. Um. Yeah. The Wikipedia does not offer any light on that. Sometimes somebody in the
Oh,
summary will interpret the film for you
sure.
as to like, and in the end, this it's all very dry. Their
Give you a
summary,
read.
but sometimes it'll be like, and it wakes up and it turns out she was him the whole time. I'm like, oh great, thank you for
No,
clarifying.
no.
Uh, yeah, but these like daydreams that she's having again with the killer. Now we're seeing him like dancing.
Yeah.
Like it's those leather boots walking past the bed where Valerie's hiding under the bed, but then he starts like doing like a little boogie.
I
Like
know.
that's wild. They get to the condo. This is the most like Inland Empire porn making
Oh
condo
my
I've
God,
ever
this place
seen.
is so like, yay, we're at the condo. Oh my God, nobody else is here. It's only half built.
Yeah, they are in a development that is not finished neighborhood.
Like in the middle of the desert. Like there's one house that has grass.
Yes.
Everything else has not been landscaped yet.
No. It is walled. Oh, this is so 80s. It is wall to wall carpeting.
It's like what's that color? I'm trying to like what is that color? It is sherbet.
Oh,
Sherbet colored carpeting and drapes.
yes. Yes, there's a lot of mauve or mauvette coloring.
What?
Taupe. That's it.
Yeah. The it's kind of weird because they get inside, and I think it's like Sally who's she's our rocker chick. She's the like brains. Oh, you know what?
No, that's
I realized-
Sheila.
Oh,
Sheila's the one with like the sex crazed girl.
but Sally is the like I'm the writer,
Oh yeah,
right?
she's the blonde drummer
Yeah,
girl.
because but
Yeah.
she no, she's the like these are my songs. Like
Yes, that's right.
she's the musician, she's the artiste.
Yes.
You know what I just realized?
Hmm.
Their band doesn't have a name. We never hear the band's name.
I think you're right. I don't remember one coming up.
Jeffrey, what is the band name for this group?
The Dribbles.
The drip, yes, absolutely.
Do you have a name?
Um, no, I think the dribbles is great.
Okay, great. Cool. I'm sorry, I just named a girl band of the Dribbles, and I just think that's just not. I
I
don't
think it
know.
should be something, something, and the dribbles.
Oh yeah, uh,
Virginia Woolf and the dribbles.
Sheila Slice and the Dribbles.
Sheila Slice and the dribbles. Thank you. Okay, problem solved. But I think it's funny when they get there. Sally's kind of giving Sheila shit. She's like, I know why you asked us to come to your dad's condo because it has no furniture and you just want us to unpack. And she's not wrong.
No, there's
Like,
like
they have a couch.
they have a couch. There's like two twin beds.
Yeah. Like, there's a bed in each room, and that's it.
This is the. I mean, this is what I'm saying about like this is like such a porn rental
Yeah.
condo you would find in the Inland Empire, and it's like unfurnished. There's barely
Yeah.
furnished. It is no art up on the wall anywhere. It's so bleak looking. Everything
I have
about it, and I'm like, they got this for cheap. That's how this
um,
worked.
I have a tidbit for you. You are
Yes.
not wrong. So
Okay.
apparently, this condo, which was also featured in another horror movie, was infested with cockroaches, and they had to stop shooting this movie for a day or two so they could get the fumigator in, and it didn't work.
Oh no.
So imagine, so like, just the manic quality, I think is like baked in.
Okay. Yes.
That sort of like, yeah, we've got like exactly 6 days. Oh no, it's filled with cockroaches. We have 5 days to shoot this movie.
In one of the beds is a classic style blow up doll where Sheila's like, "Oh, my brother, he's already been here." I'm like, "Your brother comes to fuck a doll? Like he comes out of the city
No,
to
I think
come?"
he left it there for Sheila,
Okay. Okay.
like as a practical joke.
Right. Okay. That makes sense. I was just thinking these girls have some like Sally and Sheila both have weird horn like brothers who are horny
Yeah,
in
they
very different
do.
ways.
Yeah, one is literate and the other's more visual,
Hmm.
but they're both horn dogs.
My favorite thing is Sheila has to go break into what she calls the dad's booze closet, which totally
Sure.
understandable that there would be
Yeah.
like a room that you would keep all your booze and
Yeah.
lock it from the kids.
Sure.
However, I'm like, Dad made sure to get the booze out there before he got any furniture. It's just a weird priority. That's all I'm
It's a
saying.
weird priority. I
Yeah,
mean, I think Dad might be a porn producer.
I think so.
Like, and it's like warm champagne. Bleh. This sparkling wine.
That thankfully they're in California where you can buy booze at a grocery store.
That is true.
So you could get decent. Like in New York, you can't. And
Yeah,
in
yeah.
New York State, if you buy wine at a grocery store, that life's in your life is in its hands,
Sure.
right? Like you're.
You're like, fruit wine.
Okay, I think this moment where they're all eating spray cheese corn
Oh my
dogs and
God.
drinking warm champagne, I'm like, this is so high school though.
Champagne and corn dogs, baby.
And
That's the
putting like the
life.
little spray cheese on the corn dog.
I live that
Uh,
lifestyle.
Same. It's such a good like this is what you do when you're not like you have no sense of a charcuterie board or
No.
anything.
Me and my friends, this is, I mean, I'm gonna omit some details to this story because it does involve larceny. But me and a couple of my friends stole like 2 cases of champagne from a local nightclub.
Uh-huh.
And so for an entire summer, we each drank a bottle of champagne every time we hung out. Like no
Amazing.
glasses, just bottle in hand.
It's truly remarkable. It's so good. Did you at least refrigerate it?
We did.
Okay.
That we did.
All right. Well, they turn on the TV and Rock and Roll High School is on.
I've never seen Rock and Roll High School.
I
This
haven't
seems
either.
very of a time
Uh-huh.
because I think I was like in elementary school when that was occurring. And that's like I'm like no, I'm watching He-Man and G.I. Joe. I'm not watching Rock and Roll High School,
No.
you know.
And she's like, Sally's like, I love this
I
song.
love
Let's
this
dance.
song. song.
And so they go, it's like full TikTok choreography. These
Oh
girls have a
yeah.
whole system down. They're singing along to the song.
They got some like shoulder dips, some choreographed shoulder
Yeah,
dips.
full
And,
unison.
and then like Courtney starts pulling out the feathers out the pillow and then all the feathers and then all of a sudden they're like spraying each other with champagne and now they're taking their bras off and whipping each other with their bras and there's champagne and feathers everywhere and that's understandable. What I do not understand
Uh-huh.
is in the come down when Sheila puts her bra back on with feathers underneath it.
Like girl shower.
And she's like, I'm a chicken, bok, bok, bok. And she makes her titties go bok, bok, bok. Listen, turned me on, turned me
Yeah.
right on.
Yeah.
Gay man converted.
You lost that gold star, Cecil.
I did.
You're a
I know it's
silver
like,
star gay.
wow, your sweaty, feather covered titty chicken impression did it
Uh-huh.
for me.
I really liked that. I really loved that thing because it's definitely got the thing that feels like Corman or whoever, like the producer is going to say, you're making an 80s slasher with girls at a slumber party. We got to see boobies. And it felt like Deborah Brock probably asked the crew, anybody want to show their titties? And
Yeah.
lady playing Sheila is like, fine with me. And then we just did this scene. But the scene is like funny. It's weird.
Yeah, they're really goofy in a way that like girls aren't allowed to kind of be goofy in
Yeah.
80s movies, I think.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's also like, this sounds so small, but it's like not shaking her titties at the camera. It's like,
No.
I don't know. It's really
It's
interesting.
all it's no because it's
I'm not
almost
saying
more
it's not
nudist.
exploitative. It's just
No,
different.
it's more she's just like it's more she's just like, I don't know, naked, not naked, doesn't matter to me.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. It doesn't feel like it feels like a choice for her to be this free and
And
wild.
it's also Sheila,
Yeah.
who we are going to discover is like the sex pot of the
Yeah.
group. So clearly she's real comfortable with her body.
Totally.
Meanwhile,
Uh-huh.
the boys have showed up.
TJ and Jeff.
Okay. All right. These two.
Uh-huh. We've got oh God, what is his name? Shit, I'm trying to think of Jeff, the curly blonde-haired guy. He makes me think of the same the same character from Beverly Hills 90210. Do you remember?
Oh yes,
he-
yes, the blonde curly haired guy. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Oh, what was his name? I don't know.
It's so funny. Was there a reboot of this bullshit?
I think he was on. Oh yeah. I think they did try to bring it back.
Wait, I just pulled. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting gaslit by Wikipedia right now because I pulled up 90210 and it was like the first season of 90210 began on September 2nd, 2008.
No, because you looked up 90210, not Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills
90210.
90210. I'm like, ah! It is Ian Ziering
Okay.
from
okay.
Beverly Hills 90210.
So these two boys, we've got Dime Store Ian Ziering,
Uh-huh. Timu.
and then we've got Dime Store Adam Devine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he's got that sort of like same face, same kind of like short king energy.
Mm-hmm.
You're just like, okay, Chihuahua boy, you
Yeah.
need to calm it down.
Yeah, he's fully in a character, which I don't mind for a comedy. Like you need a guy like
Yeah.
that like you always sense the actor in character and he plays it great, whatever he's doing.
Yes.
But yeah, fully wound tight. I love it. And TJ is more of the stoner, sex-loving fuck up. Jeff is a little bit more milquetoast.
No, and he is like giving full president of the class.
Totally.
You know, like for fun, him and his girlfriend wash the car. You know,
Yes.
like even their idea of fun is doing service work.
Uh-huh. Yep. So there's a weird wholesomeness to this movie.
Right?
Like coming off of Basket Case 2. There's like a
Yeah.
weird wholesomeness in that movie as well. Okay.
But the boys catch them dancing around and they
Uh-huh.
cannot believe their eyes. They sneak in the back door.
Wait, can I make one quick comment?
Please do.
It's as the boys are watching from the window, the whole like titties out, pillow fight, champagne party.
Yeah.
Jeff says to TJ, I didn't know girls really did this stuff.
They're like so close to being aware that they're in a film.
So close.
Like it's all like the veil is so thin.
We're 9 years before Scream. We're
Like
almost to the
like
self-referential film.
that's it. Like the fourth wall is real porous here.
Yeah.
Not quite. We only get one wink and a nod at the camera, and it's by our maybe exists, maybe doesn't exist Danny Zuko driller killer.
Danny Zuko driller killer walked so that the ghost face could run.
That's right.
Yeah. Is that how the phrase goes? I forget.
I think it is.
Sorry, the boys come in.
The boys
Fake
come in,
like
they
they're
pull a
getting
little
attacked.
prank.
Yeah.
Oh. And immediately Sheila and TJ have very loud sex all night long.
Mm-hmm.
It's keeping Courtney up.
Mm-hmm.
But Courtney's not sleeping too good either. Her dreams are getting worse.
No, she's like, she dreams of like Matt in bed with her, but then he turns into the killer and uh saying like, oh, here's his line: I'm you and you're me until we go all the way, is what the
See,
killer says to
I
her.
think it's like a Shutter Island thing. It's like going all the way is like she's unable to look at herself
Yeah.
and realize that she's the killer.
You know, sometimes you just like stress gets to you.
Mhm.
I you know, recently like went out of town with my girlfriend. We hung out on with her family, and I just was like having a tough time sleeping because I had just moved to a new apartment
Yeah,
after I
that's
had
a
gotten
lot.
home from tour.
That's a
Like
lot.
3 days after tour, moved to a new apartment, just a couple days, and then went away out of
Oof.
town. And
Yeah.
my body's like, oh, so stressed out. And it was hard. It just was hard to sleep and stay asleep. And things are great now and feeling a lot better. But my thing is that I'm like, I know I'm fine. I know what the stress is from. I never woke up on their kitchen floor sobbing
Did
in a
you
fetal
imagine that your
position.
hamburger was a human hand?
I never imagined that the food they gave me had human parts in it.
Uh-huh.
Um, so at that point, had I done that, I would have said, "Hey, Sarah, I should probably go home and
Yeah.
maybe talk to my
I
therapist and seek some help."
I have woken up in a different place than when I fell asleep, but there was a lot of drugs involved.
Sure,
So,
sure.
like, at least I knew.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I remember. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I'm not surprised.
Yes.
Did I buy anything else on eBay last night? Checking my. No. Okay, good.
So, yeah, she's struggling and she's telling Amy about her dreams. And, Amy's like, I think it's just the hangover. Like, you've got this bad headache. We all drank a lot.
And, I read this article that when you drink, you have like psychology gobbledygook.
Uh-huh.
And Courtney's not trying to hear all that.
No. Well, and TJ thinks he's being funny. He's like, I know how to fix it. And he kind of like stands her up by the pool and is like
It's like a
rubbing her
massage that
neck.
turns into like demon be gone, which
Yeah.
is kind of a funny joke, but he pushes her in the pool. Okay, shenanigans.
Uh-huh.
But Courtney just sort of like sits down at the bottom of the pool,
She
like
dissociates at the bottom of that pool.
graduate style.
Yeah. Jeff has to dive in after her to like pull her out. Like, shit, she could have drowned. She's hallucinating a severed hand in her burger. Danny Zuko is over in the rose bushes cackling at her.
Yeah.
She's the only one who can see it. Even Jeff is like, you can have some of my chicken salad sandwich.
It's a little less ketchup-y. And then she's like, I'm gonna go lay down and it's just a hangover. I'm gonna get another nap, more sleep.
Uh-huh.
At which point, oh my God, Sally and this pimple story, this pimple plot line.
Oh, yes.
Courtney's like, I don't feel good. maybe it's the hangover, but I'm really starting to crack up. Sally, I know what you mean. I am totally covered in pimples. You can't see them, but they're there. And I know they're there, and they're ruining my weekend.
That was very helpful. Thank you, Sally.
Thank you, Sally, for making it all about you and your imaginary problems.
Thank you for your your empathy for
And Courtney's
connecting
like,
with
I
me.
don't see any pimples. She's like, oh, they're there. They're there.
Everyone's we're all a little bit crazy here.
Hmm.
Um, oh, there's a moment where a couple of other hallucinations I thought were fun, where Courtney is in the kitchen by herself, opens up the fridge, and like the
Yeah. Oh
chicken
my God.
carcass
The
attacks her.
fucking chicken. You're not okay. And it's
No,
okay, because normally her hallucinations are revolving around this rockabilly killer.
and they're also like in sleep or even daydreams.
Yeah, like
Like
they
nothing
feel
has
like dreams,
touched her.
dream montage.
Yeah.
This is like she is just going to get a sandwich and like full unwrapped chicken without a head starts spitting up black goop all over her front.
Uh-huh.
She screams, she runs, she gets, I think, Amy and Jeff, who are lovingly washing the car.
Yes. Yes.
And they're like, well, it's a chicken. It's in the wrapper. She
Yeah.
had dropped her glass. They're like, it fell out of the fridge.
Yeah.
But they're also like not mean to her. They're like, oh, you silly
Yes.
goose.
Amy's like, go take a hot bath.
Oh no.
But there's just blood pouring out of that tub the
It's like a
moment
little
she gets
blood
in.
geyser. And she freaks out about that.
Uh-huh.
And she runs downstairs. She's like, Sally, 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 there's something wrong. And the bathtub is normal. And she's like, couldn't turn off the bath.
Uh-huh.
So, okay. And then Sally's like, my pimple really hurts. And then she's like, I like this.
I
This
do
is
too.
like some like society level practical effect. Like this is what I'm in for when I'm in for an 80s horror movie.
Yes.
Is like inexplicable mutant pimple face.
Yeah, because it goes from like a golf ball sized boil to like her whole right side of her face
Like
like
it's like
melting.
melting off like mutant style. It explodes all up in Courtney's business.
Uh-huh.
And then this is where this shit gets wild because Sally just disappears.
Yeah, and as Courtney is screaming because these hallucinations are so real, she's telling everyone, Sally's dead, Sally's
And she's
dead.
got blood on her arm,
Yeah.
inexplicable as well.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, wait, where is Sally? They look all over the house. Sally's not there. Oh, Matt has shown up in the
Yep.
meantime.
Hmm.
But this is where I'm like, ooh, this kind of piques my. I'm like, this is some like Shutter Island level of like object impermanent. Like, what is real?
Yeah.
This is like Inception kind of shit where you're like, oh my God,
Yeah.
what happened? Where, like Picnic at Hanging Rock, like, where is Sally?
Yeah. There's a moment where like the snapping point for her is the trash compactor turns on
Love this.
and everybody's like,
Was that on
nobody
earlier?
knew, nobody turned it on, and then it's just
No,
like
it was just
the
on.
most crunchy sounds.
And like Jeff is like, I guess there were chicken bones in it or something. And it's just like wah, 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 like 3-part close up of just the. And then next shot, the police have been called. Officer Kruger, Officer Voorhees, lol.
Funny.
Okay. And like one of them is like, okay, so let me get this straight. Your friend's goiter pimple face exploded on you. Then she disappeared, and you all think she's in the trash compactor, but you're too scared to open the trash
I
compactor,
love
so you
that
called the
detail.
police. Yes.
Uh-huh. And
Okay.
and then Sally just like walks into the door. Oh, I was just at the store. I got some Oxy 10
Oh
because
my
of my
God,
pimples.
Oxy-10.
Hmm.
Yes,
Of a time.
absolutely. Man, I had this I was acne prone, so I had to like just I don't know, chemical burn an entire level of my skin off every
Uh-huh.
day. Yeah, that was real.
And
But
that,
this is such a weird detail. She's like, oh, I also met this really sexy, cool guy who um, why are the cops here?
yeah,
So, like, I appreciate that, like, the story, there is a reason for this insane person to show up at their door.
uh-huh,
Like, Sally met a hot guy at the Ralphs or the Vons or whatever, and
uh-huh.
was like, hey, you should come to our party. And because he is, kind of hot in a like, you know, manic Danny Zuko kind of way.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's a logical in story reality reason. Beyond that, I got nothing.
No. I didn't even make that connection. I was just like, that's just a thread that didn't go anywhere. But yeah, I guess that is like she met Danny Zuko Driller Killer at
Yeah.
the Vons.
But then how he's able to like move in time and space, girl, I got nothing for you.
Yeah, or why he even needed her invite.
Why he
Is he a
has an electric
vampire?
guitar, why he has a drill tar, to unknown.
No.
Unknown.
That main cop is like Officer Kruger is like, you kids jerk my chain again, I'll rip your tongues out.
Yikes.
Like, okay, just everybody chill.
Are
Like
the police
these.
in Palm Springs this bad?
I
I thought
mean,
they were all like
I
gay
like.
and hot and shit.
I know. One would think they have to be in like UPS style tight shorts, right? Out in
Actually,
Palm
I hear the
Springs.
police in Palm Springs are very uptight about noise ordinance
Oh,
because
I
duh,
bet.
so many people want to have pool parties. So they're like, you can't have a fucking live DJ and three drag queen
Yes.
comedy night going on in your backyard. Everyone.
Yeah, it's always been that weird combination of old retirees
Yeah.
and LA party people.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone is like, we gotta go get dinner. Courtney
I
is melting down,
know.
but Matt's like, well, I'll stay here with her.
That is so good to her in this
Yeah.
movie. Like, he's like, I mean, I do kind of wish that they had been like, it's time to go home, Courtney,
Yeah, I
But
want, yeah.
but he at least is like, I'll drive you home. I know I just drove up today. I'll drive you home.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'll be okay. And then he pulls a fucking birthday cake out of nowhere.
This man can bake and he can decorate.
Oh, that shit was store bought.
Oh, I was fully on like, oh no, he went downstairs and baked this fucking
No,
cake.
no. But he put the candles in.
He
It's
did so
very
good.
sweet. It's very like 16 candles this moment. And Courtney's like, he's like, aren't you going to blow out the candles? She's like, no, I want this moment to last forever. Don't you want a wish? My wish has already come true. And then they kiss.
Yeah.
Which, like, the trauma swing of like Courtney's crying one minute and horny the next, it's a little abrupt.
Yeah. Kids, you have to know, like, sex is deeply connected to feelings and
Yeah,
emotion,
it's true.
and it can dig up a lot of things you didn't know were happening inside of you, more than just the literal feelings that are good in your loins. It is digging around in your head
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
and as they are getting personal and unbuttoning things.
But like he's like kissing her. Like I don't even know if she has her bra off.
No,
Like, and then he sits up. He
yeah,
gets a drill through and finally we have entered action. you
yes,
know,
yeah, and I wasn't even sure we had entered action because I'm
I
like, is
know.
this another?
I thought it was another dream.
Yeah, because we just saw fucking Sally's face explode, but it
Yeah.
didn't. Well, while this is all happening, everyone else has come home drunk from
Oh,
the
that's right.
diner, and then they're like playing. They're not even like playing real music. They're
Like the
just banging
boys are
on
picking,
shit.
yeah, like the boys are pretending to be like they can play an instrument.
It's all very realistic teen
It's kind of
behavior.
cute.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah. But they're making a lot of racket, which, makes sense.
Yeah.
But
She
Matt,
tells Driller Killer, "No, no, no, you're a dream. You're a dream."
yeah.
Courtney says he holds up Matt's severed arm and is like,
Oh my
no."
God, yes. Yes.
And she runs downstairs and she is fully covered in blood. And that killer shows up too, and everyone's like, "Oh shit!"
It wasn't until this moment I was like, oh, I guess it is a real person.
Hmm.
I guess, okay, goodbye, Matt. We spent so much time like emotionally bonding with you
Yeah.
since literally the first frame of this movie. What
In
an unceremonious send off.
in a more like serious film, like a movie that really is trying to be like dark and horror and really get us and not be
Yeah,
campy, uh, like that's a pretty good kill,
it is.
right? But to take the most
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
solid ground
Yeah,
anchoring person away from our protagonist who
yeah.
is on the verge of losing it.
And
Uh,
have that be the moment in which like the first kill and also uh, like the most surprising because he is literally like Driller Killer is like was he hiding under their bed the entire time?
I
Did he
don't.
walk in the room when they were making out? Like time and space is real weird in this movie.
I think he just like operates on the same like temporal plane as like Santa Claus. You know what I mean? Like
Santa
it's
Claus Freddy Krueger time.
yeah,
Leprechaun.
Leprechaun.
How do Leprechaun
How
work?
to Leprechaun work? Well, he manages to get TJ in the leg, but he's not dead yet. And
Yeah,
then
TJ gets real injured, and TJ and Sheila run off outside. Good
mhm,
for them. Get out the door.
Sally gets
Sally,
cornered.
oh, Sally, this is some like it's a fun death, but it's also like super weak sauce because
Yeah,
she's like kind of backs herself into a corner, even though literally there's like a door right behind her, which
yeah.
is a weird choice.
And her friends are right on the other side of it because they're trying to dial the police on the
Oh,
phone.
hell no.
No.
Futile. I mean, I think we all know. We're like, oh yeah, it's Boy Who Cried. Okay, yes, you've annoyed the police once. They're not going to come. I think
Hmm.
we all saw that. But like, while the driller killer is in your house is not the time to be like 911, boo-doo-doo, the number
Yeah.
you have dialed, you know.
No. And they don't even dial 911. They straight call. They know I guess. Oh, I
Yeah.
remember back then a lot of phones had
The yeah.
the little space to write in the local police number
Oh
on
yeah.
there and fire.
But I love this
Uh huh.
because we don't see Sally get like we just see her like reacting to killer cam, right?
Yeah.
And then we see the drill come through the phone,
Uh huh.
which is such a good. I love this because one, it's really surprising and shocking to both the characters that are on the phone because we're like, oh my God, why is the phone being. And then we know that drill has gone through your friend,
Yep.
through the wall, through your only means of communication with the outside world.
Yep.
Love that.
Jeff, Amy, and Courtney. The plan is we're gonna get in Jeff's car and get away. They have to like, but they find Sally's already dead, so they're like, she's just fucking dead. We're making a mad
Yeah.
dash out of here.
Yeah.
Uh, car won't start,
Car
but
won't
then it
start.
does.
Also, this car is a piece of shit. Like the door, like the driver's door doesn't even close all the way.
Mm-mm.
All the windows are down. I'm like, the killer's in the back seat. And sure enough,
Yep.
because they all got in the front,
Yes.
I was like, the killer's in the back seat.
Always check the back seat, you guys.
It's not like, I mean, I guess it's not something that I do instinctually, but I feel like I do kind of glance in the back of my car every time I
Yeah.
get in. Like, if there's a grown ass human in there, I think I might see it
I have a
more than
pretty
likely.
tiny car, and so it's hard not to see inside the back seat. But
And
yeah.
it's, and especially cars of that age, like they didn't have like the headrests were not as high, like
Mhm.
bucket seats were like anyway.
Well, Jeff gets it right through the back of his chest.
Ugh.
Well, I want to say when you, I think a lot of the deaths in this movie are weak sauce because the thing about the driller killer is that it's just he either goes through the front of the chest or the back of the
That's
chest.
it.
So there's not.
Or it's a near miss, and he's like, "Oh, dag nabbit."
I kind of wanted his guitar to be also like a literal axe that he could chop people in half,
Oh,
or
that's a good
like
one.
just to have like a more diverse weapon.
Sure,
But the
sure.
drill is a little bit like it's hard to get too creative with what you can do
It
here.
is. Yeah, it's in or out.
Yeah. Uh, well, the girls fly out of that car
Oh yeah.
because Jeff dead, and they run back to the house.
Yes.
They run back into the house.
Meanwhile, Sheila is like holding TJ up, which I also kind of love that they're like, we're so horny for each other and we kind of annoy each other, but also like they're
They're a
like
couple.
she's carrying him and she's like, you gotta make it, you gotta like I kind of like that.
I do too. Yeah, I
And
do
they
too.
see a light on. Somebody's listening to Wagner too loud though.
Cannot hear them pounding and screaming for help. And Danny Zuko shows up and slices. I guess he gets TJ like it makes it look like he cuts him from the groin up the chest.
Yeah.
We don't really see it. I think that just like the budget to make a
Oh
bunch
yeah.
of like practical effects was not high. Sheila gets her arm sliced, but she manages to get away.
The neighbor comes up, you crazy kids.
Crazy kids because he can't see around the corner to the front of the
Yes.
garage.
Uh-huh.
All right, Officer Kruger just hangs up on Courtney trying to call the
Yeah.
cops. Sheila makes okay. This whole scene is so confusing to me. So Courtney and Amy hide
Like
upstairs in the bedroom and they put
Yeah.
a dresser in front of the door. All that
Hey,
makes
all
sense.
right, okay, sure. Yeah.
Totally makes sense. It's not going to work, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like that sense of protection. Uh, Danny Zuko, Driller Killer, is going to show up and do a full ass song and dance number.
Oh, because now he's gotten rid of all the boys.
Yes.
So now he can like really enjoy himself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you're at the orgy and you're like, "Oh no, there's boys here. I
Yeah.
want to be the only boy."
Yeah.
So he like literally dead ass looks at the camera, sings a whole song. This is Buzz Buzz. This is my
But
number
let's
one.
buzz. Let's
Let's
buzz.
Buzz. This is my
Yeah.
number one hit from the song.
So good. Baby, do you like my sound? He also like starts the song by, as you said earlier, like turning right to the camera and going, now it's time for the fun part.
Yeah.
This is where I was confused on multiple levels because also Sheila has managed to get back into the house and she has run upstairs pounding on the door and screaming and crying. I think what's happening is the girls move the dresser out of the way to let her in, but then they
Yes.
hear the drill and they're like, nope, you're not coming in. And
I
then they move
know.
it back.
And Sheila gets it.
And Sheila's going to get drilled down in the hall all the while he's singing the song. And the whole thing is so silly. And, you know, Freddy Krueger and even Art the Clown from Terrifier
Yeah.
managed to be so scary in their comedy.
Yeah.
And this is not managing to be scary. It's
No.
managing to be silly, campy, but also very sad. Because, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I felt a
Yeah.
little sad, not
Yeah.
scared, but like sad. Like, oh, I want Sheila to have a.
Fight back or do something.
And I also wanted her friends not to abandon her.
Yeah.
You know, like, you go back to save the cat.
Yeah.
Because you want to save the cat,
Yeah.
but also because it adds tension to the movie, right?
But
It's
it
another
makes you a
thing.
hero.
It makes you a hero. It means that you are here to save lives.
Yeah, you're not just a survivor looking to get your skin out at any cost. You're looking to take care of the other people in your party.
And I wanted Amy and Courtney
Yeah.
to try to save their friend. And if Sheila gets cut down there, I think that's so much more tense, so much scarier, because you think it's going to happen and then she dies, however it plays. But I'm like, this is like Sally. It's just like you're just cornered and you're like screaming and just
Yeah.
dying.
Yeah.
Bummer. But we did get a full musical number.
But we got but there's a musical
Yeah.
happening. So it's like, I think my eyes were just popping out of my head, just being like, what the fuck is
Yes.
happening right now? That I wasn't even like the plot had gone out of my head at this point.
Uh-huh.
And then my brain kicked back in, and somehow Courtney and Amy have gotten like on top of the roof, and like the driller killer like literally pops up through the fucking chimney.
Santa Claus.
Like
Yeah.
Santa Claus. Somehow he made it to the top of the roof before them, unknown.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like climbing from rooftop to rooftop like fucking Oliver. And they make their way to sort of like half constructed homes, like frames of homes.
Uh-huh.
Then there's another musical number.
Can't stop loving you
Ah,
until the day I do. However the line goes.
like which again, it's like they're it's so close to being kind of poignant lyrics.
Uh-huh.
This is a song about obsession. It's about like it should be that Maroon 5 song, like gonna hunt you down because of the way you smell or whatever that fucking song is.
I
You know?
don't know that song, but I love it.
That's how
What
it
a
goes in my head.
horrifying.
Yeah. But it's like it's so close. It's and that's the thing is that musicals, like when okay, if you're what's the word diegetic, where like
Diegetic, where the music
like
is in
the
the
music's yeah, the
reality.
music is in the story. You still want it to sort of tip towards what your characters might be feeling, but it doesn't need to be a exact one to one. But when your characters start like are like running and bursting out into song, they're expressing their inner monologue. And I kind of do need lyrics that are like a little more pointed,
Yeah.
a little more like run and hide, I'm gonna get you kind of stuff,
Yeah.
as opposed to shoo up, doobie doobie doo wop,
Can't stop loving you until the
which is
day that
like,
I do. I'm
I
like,
guess
oh,
so.
I guess you're obsessed with her. I don't know.
But are you?
Well, there's a moment where he finds them upstairs because blood is dripping down. I'm like, how does he need a clue to find them? He
I
just
know.
knows at all points where they are.
Well, he's literally following a trail of blood because they
Yeah.
keep touching things, which is silly. And then Sally somehow, or excuse me,
Amy.
Amy, like trips and falls and is hanging onto the ledge
Uh-huh.
of a window from the third floor. And Courtney's trying to pull her back, but the driller killer's right there. And Amy just like swan dives and dies.
Yep.
And the driller killer's like, oh, shucks. I didn't even have to do anything for that one.
There's no question in my mind that you could very much die from a third story fall onto concrete.
You're just going to like crack a knee.
But at that age, you have a pretty good chance of surviving
Yeah.
that with you're gonna break some legs, a handful of legs, doing
But
that.
like dead, dead?
But
Like
you're not
unless
gonna
you
be
landed on your face.
if you die from that fall, it's gonna be a long, slow death. Like it's gonna
Yeah.
be painful and writhing and not just like
Yeah.
she's so
Like,
just peaceful, just laid out. And
just
I'm
like,
like, oh, that's nice.
oh, oh dear.
So, all right, now we've got Courtney on the run, making a break for it. She makes it to another roof, and we've got
Oh my God. Her,
Chekhov's flamethrower says,
Jeffrey Elaine Kramer.
uh-huh.
Her moving like three boards out of the way that are blocking her at least three times. I could not.
Uh-huh.
She would, because she's in an open frame house. She's like, oh no, how I'm squeezed through, and then, oh, my way is blocked. And it's like two plywood boards that she has to like move out of the. Oh my God, I couldn't.
Oh
I
my God.
just couldn't.
No. Well, Chekhov's flamethrower says that if you're going to introduce a flamethrower in the final scene of a film, you have to use the flamethrower in that final scene of the
Exactly
film.
6 seconds later.
Yep.
And
And
it's so weird because this is like the only time we see any spunk from Courtney.
yeah.
Because she sees the flamethrower, she gets the idea. Cool. Oh my God. There's actually like a movie happening now.
Yeah,
Driller
she's got a
killer.
look on her face like,
Yeah.
revenge. I'm going to get you.
Driller killer is right above her, but he's unafraid. What are you going to do with that thing? Burn me up? And she's like, fuck yeah.
Well, he says, "Come on, baby, light my fire," because he's speaking in like rock lyrics
Oh,
or
that's right.
whatever.
Yes, of course.
And she does. She burns him up. He's instantly like a skull flaming thing, and he falls
And he
for 20 straight
plummets.
seconds.
Yep.
And I guess he's dead.
And that's it?
Yeah, which goes
Because
back more to like they're one and the same.
Yeah.
Meaning, like, for him, going all the way is like uniting in death. Like,
Yeah.
that's how that's how we reconcile that she is him,
But
or
we
that
never see his body.
yeah,
Because it's like fade to black, sounds of sirens. Courtney's got a police blanket around her. They're carrying out a body. She stops. She's like, wait, I want to look. And it's her friend Amy.
yep,
And Amy's eyes pop open and she kind of talks with the sound of the driller killer.
like cackles. But then she snaps out of that and she wakes up in bed with Matt.
And she's all happy. It's like
Like,
almost like
oh,
this entire weekend never happened.
I had sex with Matt, and then the rest of that was all a dream
Yeah.
nightmare.
But then she like, she goes in to kiss him, and then like you can see the leather glovelet
Uh huh.
and come around.
And it's Danny Zuko, driller killer.
And then
Uh huh.
smash cut to her in a mental institution
Yep. Screaming, waking up
screaming,
and
just like
screaming.
full scream. Yeah, full detached scream. And I kind of like the lash, even though it's not the story that I wanted for this
Hmm.
movie. I like the framing of the last shot, which is her like it was actually very not Dr. Caligari, but Cabinet of like actual like weird slanty angle. She's like in a roof attic, insane
Yeah.
asylum, but she's pushed way in the corner screaming. And then the drill just comes up from the floorboards right in front of the camera at an angle. I'm like, that's actually kind of cool.
That's pretty cool. The end. I will make a note. I was typing up some notes as the credits rolled, and at the very, very end, there's the legal disclaimer of like, uh, you know, the two different legal
No
disclaimers.
people
One
were
is like
harmed
they
and
can
no
be on,
people or animals were harmed in the making of this
and
film.
like all characters are
Yeah.
whatever made up, and then there's also like no distribution or reusage of this material without prior written consent. Uh, and it just says, or else you will get a visit from the driller killer, is how it ends. It's
Is
very
that legally
funny.
binding?
I guess so.
Let's try it out.
I love it. Okay, the end. Shall we rate this film?
Yes, let's.
All right, so let's start with how approachable is this movie if you are horror film averse? On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being it's not approachable for the horror squeamish, and 10 being very approachable, I would give Slumber Party Massacre 2 six erotic short story collections out of 10, right? Like this movie is far from scary. It is more just gory. It's gore fest. That's it. This is kind of like some of these other recent like Basket Case 2 and even Dr. Caligari. Like the movies are so unscary. They're just gooey and
Yeah.
gloppy and
They're
gory.
gloppy.
Yes. They're dribbly. And
Lisa slicing the dribbles.
Sally Slice, yeah, Sheila Slice and the
Sheila
dribbles.
slicing the dribbles. Yep.
I've got to put that on the band names. So she, yeah, I don't know. Like the plot doesn't make sense. Like there's very little tension in this movie. It's just gory. That's it. Like so, 6 out of 10. Yeah, erotic short story collections. To speak nothing of approachability, Cecil, how do you rate this as a horror film?
Okay, is this a good film? No.
Mm-mm.
Is this a good horror film? Probably no.
Uh-huh.
But going back to your introduction, just the sheer audacity of it, I think kind of takes like a 3-star horror film and turns it into like a 5-star.
Yeah.
So because just the sheer audacity of a musical so for that reason 5 drill tars.
Drill tars. I love that word. It's so good. Well, let's figure out what movie we are going to watch next. You have a scare die. I've got a style die. Let's roll those up and see what movie fits those two things. Cecil, on your scare die, if you roll a 1, our next movie scare is a zombie. If you roll a 2, it's a bad mom or bad dad. 3, technology. 4, a wild card. 5, a vampire. 6, toys and or dolls. What's our scare?
Oop, off the table.
Uh-oh.
That's a 5.
Cool. We're going to get that vampire we've always wanted. We're gonna match your vampire with the style that I roll. If I roll a one, our next movie's style is a foreign film made outside of the U.S. If I roll a two, it's got to have a one-word title. Three, a schlock movie. Four, a movie specifically from 1991. Five, horror homework, or six, period piece. All right, hold on. Let me get my over here. All right, my dice cup. What do we got? Six.
Ooh,
So we got, well, that's pretty straightforward. That's vampire,
that's a strong combination.
period piece, and vampire. Okay, great. Hold on. Give me 1 second here as I just mark these down. Well, we already wrote down quite a few films that would fit this, but we're also on Letterboxd at Random Horror 9, and you can follow our lists there, which we put up lists for every possible die roll, and you can leave comments to tell us movies we might have missed for those categories. But let's talk about the ones we put up here. I'll go through these pretty quickly because they're pretty straightforward. We've got Interview with the Vampire.
Yeah,
We've got Bram Stoker's Dracula.
for sure.
We've already done the original Nosferatu, but we've got
And
Robert
and we've
Eggers,
done the 70s
and we've done the
Nosferatu.
70s. We've got the new Nosferatu from 2024. Another one,
Nosferatu trilogy.
Nosferatu 3. We've also got a movie called Byzantium. I don't know. You might have written this on here.
I did. This is I don't know, it's just a very super moody film about a couple of vampires in an Irish coastal town.
Okay.
It definitely kind of has like I don't know if it entirely takes place in the past, but it definitely has kind of a back in the day kind of feel,
Okay.
like kind of
Lovely. I like that
flashbacks.
a lot.
But it's like it's very moody.
Okay. We got it's a Saoirse Ronan and Johnny Lee Miller joint.
Yeah,
How exciting. We've also we did the original 1930s Dracula, but there's also the 1958 Hammer Horror Dracula. We've got
yeah,
Shadow of the Vampire, which we haven't covered for this show.
which is about the fictional making of the movie Nosferatu and what if it had an actual vampire in it.
Uh-huh. Listen, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter,
It was
historical
not a
fiction.
great time for culture
No,
in the
no.
2010s, but I feel like this one did kind of capture a spirit that was not terrible.
Okay. And we've got Dracula Untold from 2014. It's another one I'm not super familiar with.
Very like action forward. Luke Evans is like, I'm Dracula, but like I became a vampire for a good reason, kind
Gotcha.
of.
Gotcha. Those are the ones we wrote down. Let's see what people on Letterboxd had to say when we match up Vampire with.
Samson Ceramic recommends 2004's Van Helsing.
Oh,
Absolutely.
sure.
Wildly anachronistic, absolutely. But it's,
Uh-huh.
again, like there's going to be a lot of sort of action movies in this vampire world, especially the Dracula world.
Yep.
Shannon C recommends The Vordelok
Oh,
from
yes.
2023, which I've not seen, but you have.
Loved
It
it.
just looks creepy and weird, and
Uh-huh.
I'm definitely excited to see it. Suspicious Beans recommends Lamora, A Child's Tale of the Supernatural from 1973.
Oh.
Strange, low budget, one off film that is a dark fairy tale of the Great Depression. After her father kills her mother and her mother's lover, he abandons his daughter, Lila, but she later receives a letter stating he's unwell and she must come to him. A nightmarish journey through a dark landscape of threats to a young girl, supernatural, natural, surreal, odd, compelling, creepy monster kids.
Okay. All right. That sounds really interesting. I've seen this poster before. This is really interesting. Sad note is that it is not available for
Yeah, a lot of those
streaming.
70s movies or
Yeah,
70s,
that's
80s are
tough.
not always available. King and Commodore, as well as a couple of other people, have recommended The Last Voyage of the Demeter,
Of
which is
course.
again the story of Dracula's journey from Transylvania to England.
Hmm.
The plot, as King and Commodore says, basically Alien, but with Dracula. And
Yep.
they're cool with that. Okay, Kamja recommends Mr. Vampire.
Yes. I think I know what these are.
It's Mr. Vampire Saga. So Mr. Vampire 4, but
Huh?
this is the, like the Hong Kong hopping vampire
Yep.
series. Yep. Okay. Mr. Vampire 4 apparently takes place at an unspecified time, but it's definitely in the past, given the character of a prince and a general vibe of the movie. A rural countryside, a bespectacled Taoist priest called Four Eyed Taoist is always at odds with his neighbor, a Buddhist monk, and they play pranks on each other. And one day, a convoy of soldiers escorting a coffin passes by their houses. I fucking love the Mr. Vampire series.
I
They're
do
just,
too.
there's nothing else like it. So
Yeah.
good recommendation, Kamja.
Close Encounters of the Spooky Kind is the one that
Oh,
I've seen. It's so
yes.
good.
Charlie recommends Vampire Hunter D, which
Okay,
takes
yep.
place in the year 12,000 AD. So, like, period piece of the future. Great.
Yep.
Half vampire, half human vampire hunter is hired to protect a young woman from a vampire lord. Very Shogun era Japanese mythology taking
Hmm.
place in the future. And Ace Diamond recommends a couple of movies, but one that sounds kind of interesting is Abraham's Boys. A stark contrast from his book counterpart, Van Helsing is a harsh and controlling father who raises two sons to kill vampires alongside him. His sons, for their part, are starting to question whether their father's teachings are even true. Oh, and
Interesting.
oh, this is a good one. The Vampire Lovers. The
Oh,
Hammer
yes.
Horror's take on the story of Carmilla, 19th century noblewoman, is delighted to make a friend of her own age strange and mysterious. Entirely coincidental that her health takes a nosedive as soon as they start hanging out together.
This is definitely in that kind of like Daughters of Darkness, Vampiros, Lesbos, like
Yes.
sexploitation vampire movie
Yes.
thing. Yeah.
Lesbian vampire lovers. Okay, so here's my thought.
Hmm.
We've been watching a lot of weird ass movies.
Yes.
I mean, even maybe not the faculty, but we've been on the outer fringes.
Campy. A lot of
A
campy,
lot of camp. I think
funny-ish things.
there's honestly like three of these that are on my list.
Yeah.
Interview with the Vampire, Dracula, Nosferatu.
Yes.
Like because all of them dive into the period piece aspect of it, and it's like very painstakingly done period piece is probably
Yes.
the best way to describe it, as opposed to like, look, we're in the olden times, whatever that means to Hammer Horror, or this action vampire movie kind of thing.
Yes. I like I would like to see I have seen all of those movies. Interview with the Vampire is the one I've seen the longest ago because I saw that in the
Yes.
theater. So I am a full 30 years removed from
Oh,
that.
wow.
Yeah. So I remember Scary Kirsten Dunst.
Hmm.
And that's kind of it. I remember
Okay.
like that child is freaky.
Yeah. I I like Interview with the Vampire. I think Bram Stoker's Dracula is like a better film,
I think
though,
so too.
just because it utilizes a lot of really interesting film techniques.
Of those three, when I watched each of those for the first time, I
Yeah,
had the most fun with Bram Stoker's Dracula.
yes. I think Nosferatu is probably the most accurate, like dead ass accurate. This is like, we have researched the collars and cuffs of every costume. And for that, I do love it. And I saw it when it came out, and then I waited a year, as I'm wont to do, to kind of, once the hype dies down, I watched it again. Still fucking good.
Yeah.
But out of them, I think I'm kind of leaning to Bram Stoker's Dracula.
I am too. I think it's the most horror homework of all of these.
Kind of.
Yeah, I think
It's
so.
just it, and it's been like 6+ years, 7+ years since I've seen it. So it's not like I'm seeing it again for the first time, but like it's been a while that
Yeah.
I would love to revisit it.
Uh, I'm for that. I've been wanting to watch this for the show for a while now, and I think that movie is a wild ride and it's really gorgeous. And speaking of accents and how
Oh,
they're done,
yes.
there's plenty to talk about there should we choose
Yes,
that path.
absolutely.
Well, great. That was easy. Well, thank you all for listening. Thank you, Cecil, for talking with me. If y'all have thoughts on Slumber Party Massacre 2 or ideas for other movies that would have been good vampire period piece horror films, let us know. We're at Random Horror 9 on Blue Sky, Instagram, and Patreon. We have public discussion threads for every episode on Patreon, and you can be a free member to participate in those. So watch Bram Stoker's Dracula with us this week and come on back next Tuesday for a new episode. Have a restful night with no bloody hands in your Whataburger or nothing. Boo.
Boo!